Welcome back to Genshin Impact. And every time they fucking yap. Every time. Anyway, welcome back to Genshin Impact. Last time I think we finished up the Farina quest line. Thingy, whatever. Yeah, we got to watch a cool play. That was cool. Musical play. I don't know what you want to call it. Which was cool. And you get to hear my cat yap in the background too. If you can hear her, I can't do anything about it. The door's closed and she cries every time. And it's not because she wants to go out. It's because she wants the option to go out. Right. Yeah. Yeah. Anyway. So today, we're going to continue Neuvillette's thing. Last time we started Neuvillette's thing, there's something with Millicent's going on and death threats and whatever. We're going to figure it out. We got some leads. We're going to go talk to the fountain. Yep. If you've never played Genshin before, that might sound confusing, but we're gonna go talk to a fountain.
Any around?
And then after that, if we finish Neuvillette's quest during this stream, we'll be doing Klee's quest that will hopefully unlock Venti's quest, so we can do that one. So yeah, that's what we're gonna do. Also, as of right now, streaming, live streaming. I always put these as VODs. My brain gets messed up. So if you're watching the VOD, which most of you do, or are, this is live on New Year's Eve. My brain's not working. New Year's Eve. So, I mentioned in my VR chat stream that this will be like an hour extra long stream, and I'll be going over what I did this year. All that stuff, like I did previous years. Previous years, I streamed for like the entire day and played whatever, talked about what I did that year, and I think a few years before that, I did like a 24-hour stream kind of thing. Never doing that again. But so I kind of just made it even shorter, and it's gonna be a part of this Genshin stream. So while we're not getting our ears yapped off by Neuvillette and Paimon, I'll be talking about what I did this year and what we might be doing next year. These people are pointing out that we're with Neuvillette.
I shouldn't disturb them.
Yeah, you probably shouldn't. We're on important business things. Yes.
Looks like we got lucky today. There's hardly anyone around.
What should we do next? Oh, Traveler, can you still hear the voices from the fountain?
Not really. Should I drink more primordial seawater?
Perhaps leave the investigation to me. I need you to take a few steps back and keep a safe distance.
A safe distance? Neuvillette, what exactly are you?
Gonna blow up the fountain. No, I don't know.
Whoa, it's glowing!
The fountain of Lucine lights up. A wave of dizziness washes over you. What just happened? Oh. Everything looks a little different than how they are normally. As you continue forward and take a look around. Oakley dokley. Going through history. Back in time.
Thank you for bringing us here, Monsieur Neuvillette. The court of Fontaine is truly incredible. There's so many things I've never seen or heard before.
I understand your excitement, but there's no need to thank me. Although I have responded to your wishes, it was not without personal interest. Melusine's special sight make them especially suited for joining the Maréchaussée Phantom. I'm certain you'll become an indispensable part of Fontaine's detective force.
I know, but I'm really glad to be of help. Not only can I repay you for your kindness, but also, it feels like my life has become a lot more meaningful.
But a meaningful life also comes with its risks.
It's definitely the safest to just stay in the village, but I want to see the outside world nonetheless. In truth, I've never really understood the purpose of my existence, or what I'm capable of contributing to this world. For almost 20 years, we've stayed in our village without finding any answers. That's why we wanted to leave our village and look for the meaning of our existence elsewhere.
I understand your confusion. In fact, I feel the same way. I too came here for an answer to my questions about my own existence.
Really? Could you tell us what we should do to fit in as you did? The truth is, many people threw rocks at us today and told us to go back to our village. It hurt a lot when they hit me in the head, and I tried really hard not to cry.
Logically speaking, both time and effort are essential when different species attempt to peacefully coexist. It will be a difficult road ahead, with countless obstacles to overcome. Different identities and ways of thinking all contribute to strengthening the barrier between one another. Removing it will be no easy feat. There aren't many suggestions I can share, because just like you, I haven't fully integrated into this society. Despite my social status, I am still an outsider.
Oh, I see. Let's all do our best then. I'm confident that we'll find the meaning of our existence one day.
I believe in you, but you shouldn't lose sight of the difficulties ahead. If you run into any trouble, I suggest that you inform Vautrin, the captain of the Special Security and Surveillance Patrol.
Huh? Is he the person I met in the Palais Marmonia earlier?
Yes? Do you have any concerns?
That stone-faced human. He didn't even bother to look at me when I tried talking to him. It felt like he wasn't interested in anything but work.
He is an earnest man. There will be plenty of opportunities to work together in the future, so please try to get along.
Right.
Hello. Can I help with anything?
Thanks, but no need.
Oh. Hello, I'm Carol, a Melusine. Is there anything you need help with?
Get away from here! I'm calling the guards.
Please, calm down. I don't mean to cause any harm.
Hard to say.
Yeah, we should probably stay away from these monsters. Haven't you realized? Strange incidents have been increasing ever since they came.
Why should we trust this species from who knows where anyway? I can't believe Neuvillette allowed them into the court of Fontaine just like that.
Exactly. That so-called Chief Justice even granted them official positions. Not only that, but they're now responsible for investigating cases as well. I swear, there's some hidden agenda at play here.
Go away! Quit acting innocent!
I'm not leaving. I won't let you say bad stuff about him. We joined the Chaussee Phantom and solved lots and lots of cases. We've never done anything wrong.
Solving cases? With Neuvillette in cahoots with you. You could have fabricated it all, and no one would know. So tell me, how can you guarantee that you Melusines aren't involved in anything that occurred recently?
Didn't I tell you before? Don't go advertising if you're not a good talker.
Vautrin?
Aside from spreading unjustified rumors, if you continue insulting members of the Chaussee Phantom, the Special Security and Surveillance Patrol has every right to subject you to interrogation. There have indeed been an increase in cases recently, perhaps due to the shifting currents of conspiracy, and I understand your concern. However, there's been no evidence pointing towards Melusines being involved.
Even the captain of the security patrol is on their side. Neuvillette's newly reformed police force is already corrupt to the core.
How can two completely different species possibly coexist?
Little do they know, they themselves are not
You
human.
heard that?
Yeah. I don't understand. Why won't anyone believe us?
There have been rumors saying that you were born from calamity, and that you inherently bring danger to those around you. There are countless negative rumors about you floating around in Fontaine. It's near impossible for you to become a part of this society. Best if you give up before it's too late.
Monsieur Neuvillette said that we needed to put both time and effort in. I don't know how long it'll take, but I can at least try making my best effort. I still want to try a little harder. Thank you for bailing me out earlier. Okay, I won't be taking any more of your time. I painted a lot of flyers last night, so I have to stay and hand them out to everyone.
Give them to me.
You're not gonna take them away, right?
We'll hand them out together. The faster we get this done, the sooner we can head back.
So he's a nice guy. Did they say? I don't remember. Was Carol killed or died or something? Something was up, right? I don't remember.
Monsieur Neuvillette, what's this?
Medals of Peace, awarded to you and Vautrin. Thank you for your continued dedication in the past 5 years. You've taken one small step forward in helping Melusines gain the trust of humans.
I think I'll pass.
Hey, don't say that. We wouldn't have made it this far without you. It won't be long before Melusines begin living peacefully with the humans. Just the thought of it makes me happy.
Don't keep your hopes up. We've barely scratched the surface. There's still a long way to go before that dream of yours comes true.
You blockhead! Don't ruin the mood!
Vautrin brings up a good point. The trust humans have placed in you is still very fragile. Any small incident could undermine the hard work you've put in. Please be on your guard for the next few days.
Yes, sir.
Okay, got it.
Medal of Peace? Peace isn't going to give us back what's rightfully ours.
Are you sure we should do this? We're no match for Neuvillette, even with all our powers combined. What if...
Nah, not gonna happen. As long as he remains in his position, there's no chance he'd take us out personally. There are rules even he must comply with in the political sphere. Unless he wants to become an enemy of Fontaine.
They're with like the
So quit worrying and
council
just
or
go
whatever
ahead
the
with it. I've already planned out the murder. Once we lay the blame on the Melusines as the person who brought them to the court of Fontaine, Neuvillette will be left with no excuse.
I guess you're right. Ugh. If he just left things the way they were, it never would have come to this. But he's forced our hand. Time to teach him a lesson.
Turn the murderer in!
Melusines can't be trusted! That goes for Neuvillette, too!
Peaceful coexistence? What a joke. Get out of the court of Fontaine and don't ever come back!
The results of the investigation are in, Captain Vautrin.
Go on.
There is no direct evidence, but reasonable inference indicates that the ones controlling the situation are supporters of the old regime, whose interests have been undermined by the reform. They tricked Miss Carroll into going to the crime scene and pressed charges against her. After that, they incited panic among the people in order to make Monsieur Neuvillette confess to his mistakes and yield up power. The guards were stopped by the enraged mob and couldn't intervene in time. Miss Carroll chose to sacrifice herself to pacify the situation.
And she called me a blockhead. A little investigation would have cleared things up. Why didn't she wait until we'd established the truth? She didn't have to prove her innocence like that.
The situation had rapidly escalated to a physical altercation between infuriated citizens and the guards. Miss Carroll might have thought there was no better plan.
That is indeed something she'd do.
Captain Vautrin, should I present these results to Monsieur Neuvillette right away?
There's no need. Notify the guards to restrict public access to all information.
Restrict access to... Wait, are you planning to...
There's something I've never told Carol. I had a little sister named Ilaria who passed away when I was very young. She's just like Carol in every possible way. Innocent, kind, always believing the best of people. People like her are the most vulnerable to deception and betrayal. From the moment I met Carol, I knew that she'd be easily manipulated by others. I kept a cold demeanor and tried lecturing her into giving up.
Looks like she was unfazed by that.
Yes. In fact, some of her spirit must have rubbed off on me instead. Because I too began working towards that pie-in-the-sky dream of hers. I should have known. Those cowards don't have the guts to confront Neuvillette. They even avoided causing trouble for me. They were after Carol all along. Can you understand how I feel? Right now, there's only one thought on my mind. Only through bloodshed can their debt be repaid.
I understand, but I'm certain Monsieur Neuvillette wouldn't accept that as a solution.
That's exactly why we need to keep this a secret. Give me the list of suspects. What happens after this has nothing to do with any of you. I will take responsibility for everything.
Did you know? They're hearing a major case today, and the criminal is Captain Vautrin of the Special Security and Surveillance Patrol. Apparently, he resorted to personal measures to seek revenge for Carol and settled the score with the group that framed his friend. Hey, why aren't you saying anything?
I'm thinking... we should try our best to bail him out when the trial commences.
Bail him out? Why?
Shh, keep it down! Haven't you realized? Both Vautrin and Carol are Neuvillette's most trusted subordinates. After everything that happened to Carol, Neuvillette's guaranteed to do everything he can to keep Vautrin around. Besides, now that the old regime has been uprooted, Neuvillette's status is secure as can be. As long as we redirect public opinion, Neuvillette will be able to give Vautrin a reprieve. The benefits are endless.
Ruckus commotion gradually began to rise in the opera
Vautrin
house.
sought vengeance for his friend for a valid cause. This represents the justice he upholds. Please think about it. If the same thing had happened to you, wouldn't you feel the same way he did? Yeah, that's right!
This whole thing started because of those despicable cowards who levied false accusations against Carol. How could Vautrin be declared guilty for seeking revenge?
Monsieur Neuvillette.
Mr. Vautrin is innocent! He's innocent!
Order! I acknowledge your arguments. Vautrin, your revenge could be seen as a form of justice. I understand your decision, which is why I cannot help but feel regret and even grief about the judgment I must now impose. Personal justice does not equate to justice as defined by the law. To execute your plan for revenge, you abused your authority and conducted informal executions. Your actions have thus violated the law. Therefore, you will be declared guilty.
What? That can't be! Monsieur Neuvillette, please give this a little more thought. He has done so much for Fontaine.
Vautrin, my friend, is there anything else you want to say?
Neuvillette, what have I done to deserve this? I've closely followed every one of your orders. Can't you see? Everyone in this room believes that I'm innocent. Why can't you just let me off? Is this what justice means to you? Answer me, Neuvillette!
Order. Since there have been no further objections, the Oratrice will now deliver the final verdict regarding the charges against Mr. Vautrin. According to the judgment of the Oratrice Mécanique d'Analyse Cardinal, Mr. Vautrin will be declared guilty.
Goodbye, Monsieur Neuvillette.
This all happened because of Carol's naive ideas.
How can different species peacefully coexist anyway?
Hey, stop spacing out! What's wrong? Are you not feeling well?
What was that?
Apologies, it seems like my memories got the better of me. I tried my best to suppress the power of Hydro within myself, but it seems like it still caused the emotions within the Fountain of Lucine to boil over. Due to my negligence, the overflow of emotions and memories must have affected you as well. Are you all right?
I'm fine.
Wow, the Hydro Dragon is more powerful than Paimon thought. Anyways, the last time we came here, the Traveler only heard voices from the Fountain of Lucine. No emotions boiling over or anything.
Nav, get out of
It is
here.
as you said. This might be because I am different. It is not only the fountain. I can sense emotions from all waters in Fontaine. Rivers, lakes, and even the rain.
That sounds awesome!
But I rarely ever do anything like this. Emotions carried by water are always chaotic and disconnected. As an outsider, having my mind occupied with irrelevant memories isn't exactly a pleasant experience.
I don't know if they were irrelevant. The memories I saw were related to you.
Which ones?
From when you brought Carol to the court of Fontaine to when you declared Vautrin guilty.
It's fine. I prefer not to speak of those memories. That does not mean I am deliberately hiding them. It was a coincidence, but perhaps it is a good thing that you saw everything in that form. You should now understand why I believe there to be a conspiracy behind all this. These two cases are much too similar. I felt like I needed to do something.
Paimon's starting to lose track of what you're saying. Don't leave Paimon out of the conversation. Paimon wants to help too.
Then let us get back to the point. While I was investigating the fountain, I discovered something strange. I did not sense too much hatred towards me within its accumulated emotions. I don't know what caused this to happen, but it seems like there won't be a shortcut to finding the organization that may be pulling the strings here. However, I did find some resentment directed towards Kiara. If I remember correctly, it seemed to be related to a smuggling case.
Oh! Didn't we read about that in one of the documents?
You've read about it? In that case, the resentment should have come from that incident.
Huh? What are you doing
Hi,
here?
Navia. What are you doing
I was
here?
just about to look for you at the Palais Mermonia.
Navia! Nice to see you again. Is there something we can help with?
I've heard some things, but I'm not purposely asking around or anything. Don't worry. Rumors are abroad that someone's scheming against Melusines, and that you're investigating the case. So I told the Spina di Rosula to keep an eye out for leads.
Well,
We've had
thanks.
unfamiliar faces showing themselves at the Fleuve Cendre lately. Maybe you'll find the suspects among them.
Thank you. Where did you hear about all this?
The Chief Justice out on investigation, accompanied by the Traveler from afar. No matter how you conceal your whereabouts, there will be countless eyes watching you. You talked to Kiara, but didn't ask her to keep things secret. People curious to know asked around for information, then it was only a matter of time before word of the threatening letter spread all across Fontaine.
Well, alright.
So that's what Charlotte meant.
Indeed. I did not expect that this could be kept hidden for too long, but the rumors still spread faster than I imagined.
You know, it could be because you attract more attention than you think. Anyway, any progress with the investigation?
Kind
The
of.
suspects who threatened Kiara might have to do with a certain smuggling case, but it is still uncertain if there is in fact another party behind all this. We are planning to return to the Palais Marmonia to revisit some details and identify the senders of that threatening letter.
Alright, then I'll round up the Spina di Rosula and follow up on their progress. Wait for my word. Ta-ta!
Alright, goodbye.
Neuvillette, do you think there'll be any problems now that the word is out?
Possibly.
I have already considered that possibility, and I do not think that there will be any. As a matter of fact, once the word gets out, no one would dare to harm Kiara in broad daylight. What is more important is how the case is perceived by the public. 400 years ago, they chose to side with the old regime and direct their resentment towards the Melusines. I hope the same won't happen again. Let us head back to the Palais.
I feel like the same thing won't happen. I mean, for 400, 500 years, the Melusines have been in Fontaine. I feel like they're more included in all this.
Strange. What are these people doing out on the streets so late at night? Did something happen? Let's take a look around.
Have you heard? Someone's plotting against a Melusine. This is 100% the truth. Even the Chief Justice is investigating in person.
What? That's it! Who's been threatening Melusines? Show yourself!
Our enemies are lurking in the shadows and won't easily reveal themselves. But no amount of hiding will keep us from finding them.
That's exactly what I wanted to say. The guards have already begun to take action. We can't just stand by and watch. Think about how much we owe them. Now that they're in danger, how can we just sit back and do nothing?
Everyone, please stay alert to your surroundings from now on. If you see any suspicious persons, report them to the guards immediately.
It feels like you've been following me this whole time. Did something happen?
We were informed that. Nope. We just finished our shifts and happened to be strolling by.
Have you had dinner yet? Why don't we check out the new items at the dessert shop together?
This isn't a good time to be out and about.
Come on, don't act tough. I bet you're hungry too.
All right, let's go buy a cake or something.
You shouldn't ever skip meals, especially if you have another shift scheduled for later.
I heard even Neuvillette's keeping an eye on the situation. This is the perfect chance to get promoted. We gotta make sure we give it all we've got.
Seriously? Were you planning to shirk your duties if Neuvillette wasn't involved?
Relax, I was just playing. We've worked together for years now. If something happened to them, I'd be haunted by regret for the rest of my life.
That's more like it. We should stand guard until the criminal has been caught.
Come and fight me instead, you cowards!
Have you heard? Even the Special Patrol came to help.
Shh, look. Is it that Neuvillette? I think he's looking at us.
Looks like there's nothing to worry about.
This is truly wonderful.
Yeah, I mean, 500 years will change people's perspective.
No, I should stay where I am. My appearance could give rise to unnecessary commotion. Let us stick to our plan and return to the Palais Mermonia. The faster we uncover the truth, the better.
Right. Back we go. With all this going on, it's gonna make it a lot more difficult for criminals to do anything. Which might make it harder for us to find them. Or maybe they're stupid and they'll do something and then we'll find them. Super simple, right? Right? It's never simple. Not with this game. Never simple. Anyway, we were smuggling case. Right.
The smuggling case was solved by the joint forces of the guards and the Maréchaussée Phantom. This is the one. The list of involved suspects should be... Ah, found it.
Found it.
The principal offenders Domenico, Inica, Yuna, and others have been caught. They have been sent to the fortress of Meropide following trial. Those with close connections or mutual interests with the offenders but who did not participate in the case will not stand trial. Among them, surveillance of Essin has ceased on account of his good behavior. All other personnel remain on our watch list.
So many names. Is the one who sent that threatening letter to Kiara on the list?
Yes, there is something suspicious about Essin, to be precise. It seems like he's closely related to the core members of the smuggling case, and he moves around without much restriction.
Did we tell Navia about this?
Monsieur Neuvillette, someone claiming to be from the Spina di Rosula just checked in with us. He said, and I quote, "We have located the suspect. They're chatting at the cafe." Huh? How did Navia find them so quickly? We've only just figured out the suspect's name.
It's a trap.
I too am perplexed. The cafe isn't too far from here. We should head over and take a look.
They're trying to lure us out. Take us somewhere else. Redirect us. Or maybe it is as simple as that. It is the person Navia did. Find them. Anyway, who is this person claiming to be with Spina di Rosula? They're not here. Alright, we'll meet up with Navia. We'll see what she's... who they found. It's Wrightsley. It's been him all along. No, I'm kidding. Hello. No, that's a lot of people.
Hey, Navia, we're here! Whoa. Check out all these people. Hey there, are you Navia's friends too?
Way to be
These are the people who
inconspicuous.
have had recent dealings at the Maréchaussée Phantom. They're usually hidden in the Fleuve Cendre, but I sent for someone to invite them over.
Invite them over?
Exactly. Now, I heard there's great coffee here, and so I asked them if they'd like to come and have some.
Yeah, it's our pleasure to be guests of the Spina di Rosula.
I've wanted to have a meetup like this for ages.
Oh, you're all really terrible at lying.
Something feels off. But, oh well. Let's get back to business. Is there anyone called Essin here?
Yes, that's me.
You're Essin?
Yes, monsieur Neuvillette.
Did you write that threatening letter to Kiara?
I did, but I was just following orders.
Orders from whom?
Domenico. He was my boss. I couldn't disobey his orders.
Something seems off here still. I don't know.
Domenico. Where is he now?
The fortress of Meropide.
Well, I'm afraid even the Spina would have trouble looking into that place. Looks like you'll have to make the trip yourselves. This was as much as I could do.
You've done more than enough. I am extremely grateful for your help.
Leave the formalities for later. You should find Domenico first. If he really is the one setting up the conspiracy, it'd be best if he's exposed as soon as possible.
All right then, let's head to the fortress right
now. Continue the current quest may cause parts of the following quest to become occupied. Progress cannot be made unoccupied. Whatever. Yeah, this is weird, to say the least. Via.
Please escort the remaining guests back to the Fleuve Cendre. I appreciate your help.
Yes, boss.
How did she find them faster than us? How does she... I don't know. I don't know. Something ain't right. We're going to the fortress. We're back, and this time we're not inmates. Hi, Riceley. Shut up.
Welcome to the Fortress of Meropide, dear esteemed guests.
We're back! Oh, and a greeting from none other than the Duke himself! Guess we've made a name for ourselves at this place.
It might be because
This
Neuvillette's
isn't
here.
anything new. I figured you had important matters to discuss when the two of you, not to mention the Chief Justice, showed up. Let's assume we've gone through the pleasantries and cut right to the chase.
So, Riceley, about the threat letter Kiara received.
I do remember a thing or two about Domenico. He once attempted to round up the other inmates and instigate a protest.
Who does this guy think he is? Paimon hopes nothing came of it.
He once attempted to, I said, meaning that it was over before it even started. And now he's threatening Melazines, is he? To be honest, Domenico doesn't seem like much of a conspirator. The fact that the three of you bothered to personally investigate raises a flag. Is there something else going on behind the scenes here?
He's got the same concerns we do.
I am concerned about this incident because something similar has occurred in the past. I wish to meet Domenico in person and have my questions answered.
That's an easy one. Let me think. I think he's at...
Oh, did I hear someone say Melazine? What happened? Sigewinne!
A Millicent named Kiara received a threatening letter.
Yeah, and we're investigating. The person who threatened her seems to be imprisoned here. Really? Is Kiara gonna be okay?
No, she's fine.
There's no need to worry. Clarande is protecting her as we speak.
Well, that's great. But if the criminal's still... Is there anything you can do about this?
Ah, head nurse. Do you require me to personally deal with the criminal?
Riceley.
Okay, I get it. I'll bring Domenico to you. That's your only demand, correct?
Think of it as more of a humble request. I'm here on my own accord, not to formally transfer a criminal for trial. I urge you to set aside any concerns. Thanks for the trouble. Consider me in your debt.
Whoa! If Paimon were the Duke, Paimon would take this chance to ask for something really important.
Well, were I still a criminal, I'd probably ask for a lighter sentence. But I'm sure Monsieur Neuvillette would reject that. But enough jokes. I'll look for Domenico and bring him to you. Make
He's
yourself at
dead.
home.
No.
Our dear head nurse has mentioned you quite a few times, so I'm sure she has a lot to say.
Please come with me to the infirmary.
Oh, boy.
And watch your step. There's some pretty dark areas, so make sure you don't trip over anything.
We'll try our best. You act like we haven't been here before. We spent months here, remember? Come on. Need to go up. I do not miss how this place is with their levels. Up we go. You know, I'm a little confused, and I'm sure other people are, why they made Siju she's a Melusine, but why they gave her a human... I don't know. Maybe there's something there that I don't know about her. Like, is she half human, half Melusine, or is she a Melusine like with that's using some kind of magic or something? Look human? I don't know. Wonder if it says it in her description. Actually, I could probably look at that. I don't have her unlocked, so I don't know if it'll help me anything, but... Melusine and the Fortress of Merpeet's head nurse. She cares him. No, doesn't tell me shit. Right. Well. Okay.
Now that I think about it, I can leave this place soon. Huh?
What are you talking about?
I'm Oriole, a member of the Mutual Aid Network. Is there something you need?
What is the Mutual Aid Network? Anyway, okay, whatever. Leave this place soon. You're on the list. You're a suspect.
Please rest here for a moment. Oh, and would anyone like anything to drink? Paimon's not that thirsty, but thanks anyway. Thirst is a warning sign that you're dehydrated, which means you have to drink up even before that.
Exactly. She
Bring
said.
you some tea. I'm sure you'll have a lot to talk about.
Tea, a dehydrator. Anyway.
Typical Sijuin. Concerned about everyone's health as always. Why aren't you two saying anything?
Criminals we passed by earlier.
You noticed them too. The badges they wore on their chests looked quite familiar.
Familiar? Paimon didn't even realize they were wearing
I'm with
them.
Paimon. I didn't realize
But
either.
if both of you say so, let's go ask them about it.
Paimon and I will go. You're not exactly a sight for sore eyes around here.
That's not a bad idea. I will stay here and wait for news from you.
Okie dokie. You gotta just wander around here? Okay. Investigate the mysterious organization. What pins were they wearing? Was one of them the one... Oh, she's gone now. Okay. Fuck. What pins? Oh, they're... weird. Okay. Hey, Gords.
Anything you need?
The badge you're wearing.
Oh, this? Are you interested in joining the
Oh, yeah, the
Mutual
Mutual
Aid
Aid Network. Yeah.
What's that?
We have a very long history, going back as far as 400 years ago.
Okay, why is this the first time I'm hearing about it then?
We have never had many members throughout our history, nor do we have much of a reputation.
That's probably why.
But everyone treats each other like family. Helping each other is our purpose. At the same time, we seek to maintain just dealings as much as possible.
Sounds like a pretty neat organization.
All we want is to defend ourselves. None of us have ever committed serious crimes, and we're not especially powerful either. We're at a natural disadvantage here in the fortress. But people won't give us a hard time if we stick together.
Alright. Whoa.
Interested in joining the Mutual Aid Network? If you'd like to learn more, here's our flyer.
Help each other, do all you can to further justice. Do not detest just judgment. The above are the 3 principles of the Mutual Aid Network. All are welcome to join in, and membership is free. There are no compulsory group events. Okay. Mutual Aid Network encourages members to do what they are able, including but not limited to cleaning, exercising, tutoring, and studying. It is hoped that all Mutual Aid Network members will, during their time in the Fortress of Mirapede, face up to the crimes they have committed, encourage each other, support each other, and welcome the future together.
Our slogan may have evolved over the centuries, but our goal has remained unchanged. Here, this book is for you. You're welcome to come and sign up anytime.
All right. Oh.
You two look kind of familiar.
I did talk to you earlier. The badge you're wearing.
It's the symbol of the Mutual Aid Network designed by our first president. From what I've heard, it's based on something called a Medal of Peace. I've never seen one of those medals for myself,
Oh,
though.
V-Man. What is his name? I forgot his name already. He's probably the one that started it. He came in here, started it 400 years ago. They've been continuing it. Still don't know why we haven't heard of you before. We spent months in this place and none of you were around. Anyway, convenience of story. Medal of Peace?
The first president of our network was an amazing person. Powerful as he was, he never used his strength against anyone. He encouraged the weaker criminals to stick together and look out for each other. All of us have a lot of respect for him.
We should have gathered enough information. Let's head back and talk to Neuvillette.
I want to talk to Wrightsley. I'm sure he knows about this organization. He'd probably have more on it. I don't know. Back we go.
Did you manage to gather any intel?
Sure.
The people who wore the badges belong to an organization called the Mutual Aid Network. According to them, the badge's design was inspired by the Medal of Peace. Have you seen any of those before?
I personally crafted 2 of them myself. They were awarded
Vautrin.
to Carol and Vautrin. Carol's medal was destroyed in a fire. The only one that remains should belong to Vautrin.
Oh. So the network was inspired by... Monsieur Neuvillette, His Grace has requested your presence in his office. He's found Domenico.
All right. Let us talk to him first and get to the bottom of this situation.
Right. To his office. Oh. Okay. I almost died, but we're good.
Allow me to introduce this fine gentleman, Domenico. Why don't you explain everything to him?
Neuvillette? What do you want? What are you gonna do? Kill me?
Yep. I mean, what?
Calm
No.
down. I merely want to ask you a few questions. Was it your idea to send that letter to a Melusine? Essin has already confessed, so there really isn't any need to keep hiding.
That idiot! I can't believe I trusted him.
Let me ask this another way. It was your idea to send that letter, correct?
Yes.
Who is pulling your strings?
What? You're not trying to frame me for something I haven't done, are you?
It's best if you realize the gravity of your situation. The Chief Justice of Fontaine has been personally investigating your case. I assume your previous attempt to incite unrest at the Fortress of Mirapede has something to do with this as well.
I admit I acted on impulse. I'll tell you the truth. But before that, you must ensure my safety.
I can do that.
You see, we're all reasonable people here.
I only intended to do some small business at first. Someone contacted me about delivering some goods and promised me a generous sum of more in return. After making a few trips, I was suddenly approached by the Marechaussee Phantom. They accused me of smuggling prohibited items, and I was put on trial. But I refused to accept any of that. The ignorant can be rightfully absolved from guilt, right? Well, I suspect that someone got me locked up here so they could get their hands on my goods.
And then you decided to take revenge on the Melazines? Over that?
Ignorance is not an excuse, by the way. You're hopeless.
My initial target was Neuvillette. Everyone in the forces of Meropide was declared guilty by him, after all. So they must more or less hold a grudge against him, right? If I could get them to strike back. But for some reason, no one wanted to team up with me. That mutual aid network in particular. What did those nobodies even gain from trying to challenge me? Seriously. In the end, I had to redirect my focus onto Melazines to salvage things. I recall that Kiara was the one who confiscated my goods for inspection. So I asked one of the more approachable guards to send a letter, claiming that I meant to contact my family. But the letter was in fact addressed to Essa. I requested that he write a threat letter to Kiara and force her to resign from the Marechaussee Phantom.
Am I to assume that the claims you've made are your own thoughts? Have you been in contact with any suspicious people recently?
No.
Is it true that all members involved in the smuggling scandal have been caught?
Yes. And that's all I know.
Sigewinne, please take him back to the detention center. I'll deal with him later.
Sigewinne, go torture him in the chambers below.
So, Monsieur Neuvillette, you were concerned that there might be a shadowy faction looking to capitalize on the delicate situation with the Melazines to stir up greater chaos?
Yes. I experienced a similar incident in the past, so I had to be prepared for any possibility.
And how long ago was this incident?
More than 400 years.
You might be overthinking this. Time can change a lot of things. Everything's different now.
What do you mean?
400 years ago, you and the Melazines you brought to Fontaine were the outliers in society. But in the present day, if someone were to threaten the safety of the Melazines, people wouldn't just sit back and do nothing. I trust that they would make different choices from before.
That's right! We saw lots of people standing up for Melazines on our way back to the Palais Mermonia.
Monsieur Neuvillette, the Melazines are a species you introduced to Fontaine. How the public treats them is also reflective of their attitude towards you. When people refused to place their trust in Melazines, it was because they were still on the fence about you, their unfamiliar Chief Justice. For almost 500 years, you've conducted every trial with impartiality. You made the right judgment each time, regardless of whatever nonsense went on. People no longer have any reservations about you and even consider you a symbol of the law. Right now, your every decision will impact all of Fontaine. In other words, you've gradually transformed the whole nation.
Paimon gets it now. No wonder no one wanted to join forces with Domenico.
Veggies like that won't ever happen again.
I am undeserving of such high compliments. From my perspective, I have simply been fulfilling my duties. It isn't anything special or worthy of praise. I'm simply fulfilling the promises I've made and searching for answers through my judgments. It is unnecessary to hold me in such high regard. The complexity of human emotions and willpower far exceed those of mine. As a matter of fact, I believe that you are the ones who deserve my respect.
There's no need to be so modest. The current state of affairs says it all. You're no longer that outsider you were before. Even if you wished to investigate something on your own, many would take the initiative to lend you a hand.
I must say that you've made a fair point. Thank you for clearing my doubts. Now that the case has been settled, I should get going.
Huh? You're leaving?
And so soon, too? Why not stay for a cup of tea?
Thank you for the offer, but I know how this place works all too well. While some are here to redeem themselves, there will inevitably be those who harbor resentment towards me. The less time I spend here, the better. My presence could very well result in an unwanted disturbance.
In that case, I'll have to insist. I still have 2 more things to say.
Please, go ahead.
The first is about the guard who helped Domenico send that letter.
Ah, I know of what you speak. The guard was indeed deployed from the Palais Memornia's staff. However, as I mentioned earlier, I visited today on personal business. Therefore, I leave that matter in your hands.
Well, that makes things a lot easier.
You're not going to...
Hey now, don't let your imagination run wild. Those from up there have a tendency to sympathize with others. However, down here, such thoughts will put you at high risk. I'll have a chat with the guard and remind him to take precautions in the future.
I see no issues with that.
Great! That's one thing out of the way. What's the other thing you wanted to say?
The other thing was born from my own sense of curiosity. Now, I've heard that you investigated the mutual aid network. Is that right?
Yeah.
Yep. Neuvillette thought their badges looked familiar.
I noticed the small gang as well when I first took over the fortress of Meripede. They were not great in number, but every member always made sure to stand up for what was right. I've looked into their founder, Vautrin, who once stood trial and was sentenced to imprisonment in the fortress. According to existing documentation, Vautrin remained disciplined throughout his imprisonment. He had never once engaged in physical or verbal aggression. In other words, how he presented himself in prison was very different from his behavior in court.
What?
Doesn't he hate Neuvillette?
During his trial, I could sense that his feelings were complicated. He appeared to be full of resentment, and I believe he had every right to feel that way.
Perhaps he had been putting on an act.
Probably. That makes sense. Maybe he was... he was gonna go to...
Neuvillette
on
and
purpose.
Vautrin had a close relationship as superior and subordinate. Vautrin must have known that the Chief Justice would make an impartial judgment. Thus, the more resentment he displayed, the clearer it would be to those present that you were upholding justice. And to those who had been sitting on the fence, Vautrin's act was a very meaningful one. That's all from me. Does anyone else have anything to say? Now's your chance.
I don't have anything to say. Apart from expressing my gratitude, that is. Well then, let us head back. No need to see us off.
Please, take care.
Hello, Neuvillette.
That trial is something I rarely bring up in conversation, but I have always felt deep regret for what happened to both Carol and Vautrin. The words he spoke in court often replay in my mind, as if urging me on to do something.
But Risley said he never resented you, right? Isn't that a good thing?
I believe I now understand what he wanted to tell me. I feel conflicted about those words. How should I describe it? Surprise, relief, fear, and regret. But this blend of emotions has led me to finally understand some things. I would like to hear your thoughts too. What do you think of me?
Paimon agrees with everything Risley said. As Chief Justice, every single one of your trials makes an impact on Fontaine. What do you think, Traveler? Hey, any comments?
What I really think is, every trial you've ever judged has left its impression on you. And that's what makes you who you are today.
As the Hydra Dragon Sovereign, Neuvillette still thinks of himself as an outsider due to his identity. So much time has passed since then. Perhaps the lines between him and humans have long since blurred.
That is indeed a reasonable assumption. As I said, I find it difficult to express my emotions because I cannot fully understand myself. But I trust your judgment. Since some time ago, I have begun to notice the changes that have occurred upon my person. These changes were not due to any specific occurrence, but emerged as a result of time itself. I will try to contemplate this further. Thank you both.
No problem.
Oh, huh? It's raining! Oh no, Paimon forgot to bring an umbrella! Come on, let's hurry before it rains harder!
It's raining again? I've had enough of this weather.
There go my travel plans.
Did you read the news this morning? Quick, put away everything on the clothesline.
When is this rain going to stop?
Hydro Dragon, don't cry!
They're planning to reanimate the monster. We have to report this to the Chief Justice.
The Fortress of Meripede. It's a good place for me.
He owes me so many answers.
Neuvillette? You could say he's the real symbol of Fontaine's justice.
Watch him closely. He could be trouble.
How can two completely different species possibly coexist?
Who's been threatening Melusines? Show yourself!
You will see much in the human world, from the delightful to the depressing. And one day, when you have dwelt among humanity long enough, you will be placed to bring judgment over all as a spokesperson for Fontaine's past.
Good morning, Monsieur Neuvillette! The rainy season's almost over! The skies are supposed to clear in a few days!
I hope you find time to enjoy the sunny days ahead.
Is the matter resolved?
Yep, we found the person who sent that threatening letter. Risley said he'd keep a close eye on him, so the Melusines should be safe now.
Oh, that's wonderful.
Sorry for dragging you all into this.
There's no need to apologize.
Yeah, you didn't drag us in. We got involved of our own accord.
By the way, where's Kiara?
At the Palais Marmonia, more than 50 people offered to protect her. Some even hid within the bushes to look out for danger. I was worried that the excess of protection would make her feel uneasy, so I asked her to stay inside the Palais. It's very safe in there.
What a relief.
Well, now it looks like the dust has finally settled. To celebrate this joyous occasion, Monsieur Neuvillette, would you be interested in an exclusive interview?
That's not how you celebrate!
I will consider it.
Really?
Of course. My schedule is full for the following weeks, but I should be available next month. Come up with questions during the intervening days, and I will answer them to the best of my ability.
Yes! Thank you so much, monsieur!
Now, if you'll excuse me, I must head back to the Palais and issue a communiqué to publicize our investigation results. I hope it will assuage the concerns of all.
Nice. We're not done yet, but we'll talk to them.
Exclusive interview! Am I dreaming? What should I ask him?
Don't let anything hold you back. Make the most of this opportunity and ask away.
I agree. He'll decline any question he can't answer anyway, so you might as well give all of them a shot.
Right. Alright. Back we go. Hey, Kiara. Oh, she's sleeping while standing. All right.
Kiara?
Monsieur Neuvillette? Sorry, I accidentally fell asleep.
It's quite all right. I'm here to tell you that we have caught the sender of that threatening letter. You're safe now.
Thank you, monsieur. And thank you too, Traveler and Big Sis Paimon. Everyone's been so nice to me, so I've always felt really safe.
Do you remember Domenico? He was the sender of that letter.
Let me think. I can't remember. My memory isn't that good, so I easily forget things. By the way, I saw Carol in my dreams just now. Where's she gone, by the way? I haven't seen her in a long time. In my dream, she looked really happy. She held my hand and said, "Kiara, our dreams have finally come true." I can't remember what our dreams were anymore, and I don't know why. But I felt really happy too.
I can sense your joy. It is indeed a delightful moment.
Monsieur Neuvillette, are you happy too? Oh, I almost forgot! Am I allowed to go out now? I promised to model for Alov.
Of course. Off you go.
See you next time, Monsieur, Traveler, and Big Sis Paimon.
See you next time.
Quest completed. You have anything to say, Neuvillette?
I once thought that time was of no consequence to me. Distance yourself from others and stay focused on your work. A few years or a few hundred, it's all the same. But after all this, I've realized that perhaps this way of thinking is fundamentally flawed. The passing of time has its own consequences. The answer that I've been searching for amongst all those lives, perhaps it's life itself.
Well, we did it. Happy ending. Now, let's continue to the next one. Which should be this one, if I'm Right. We have to wait until nighttime. So we'll wait until nighttime. So we're gonna be doing Klee's mission next. Need to go to back to Mondstadt. It's been a while. We've done anything in Mondstadt. Yeah, we're gonna do Klee's quest, and then I hope it'll unlock Venti's, and then we can do Venti's after that. If not, actually, I could look at it. Wondering. So it just says that we have to do this one. Just fine. That works. We can unlock another one. Oh, siege one. Ooh, unlocked. So I'm planning on doing all of these. I was just trying to do the Archons first. But after we finish Venti, I might just go down the list. The next will be Jean, Mona, Bertaglia, Ganyu, you know, so on and so forth. We also have to do prerequisites for... Oh. Why do you have to do Ganyus in order to... Oh, never mind. That makes sense. Never mind. Never mind. Yeah, so we have most of them unlocked. We'll just do the prerequisite quests in order to get the rest of them. And I always keep mentioning these hangouts. I don't know if I'll do these on stream, and if I do, it'll probably be its own thing. So yeah. Anyway, that's that. Since we're here anyway, let's turn this in. And then we'll start the quest. We'll see what Klee's up to.
Add Astra. Thank you for
Ooh.
Add Astra.
Alright. Also, new banners coming out. You can pre-install the update now. I don't know when it's coming out. I'm sure it said it somewhere. Where was the banner at? Oh, it was probably in the event page, wasn't it? Yes. It is the 1st. 21st. Wait, that doesn't make any sense. What? Seems like a long way before the next banner. I don't know. Or is that when it'll end? I don't know. I don't know. It's coming out sometime. Yeah. Anyway, those are the next people on the banner. Silali and Mavuka, but I don't know. When is this coming? 21st to the 11th. The new character. I don't remember her name. Chlorine again? Why is Chlorine again coming up? Wasn't she just recently out on one of the other banners? Anyway, and then we have this event thing going on too, which would be great. You guys can probably guess who I'm getting if you've been following along. I've been getting bow characters and I really want to Ganyu. So everything I've got is going towards her. And hopefully I get her. But we'll see. Anyway, the Klee's quest.
Shame I only get to listen in from the other side of the window and don't get to join in the debate. I'd love to give my 2 cents.
Say what? What's up? What's up? Paimon wants in.
Recently, all the customers at the tavern have been debating the exact same topic. Who is the strongest fighter in Mondstadt?
The strongest fighter? Must be someone who can floor a whole gang of hilly churls with just one punch.
There must be far more to it than that.
Wow. Then it really must be tough to become the strongest of all. But anyway, is there like a general agreement in the city on who it is, or?
expecting people to come to a swift and straightforward consensus in the City of Freedom is like expecting fisherman's toast to drop out of the sky. Everyone's got their own opinion, backed up by a unique set of cherry-picked information. But let's be honest, that's what makes the discussion so impassioned and entertaining. Mainstream opinion is polarized, with most people supporting one of two candidates. One is the Dandelion Knight, the other is the Dark Knight Hero.
Paimon, who are you voting for?
Oh, Paimon votes for you.
Oh, thanks,
But
Paimon.
let's go into the tavern and talk to the patrons. Maybe we'll pick up some juicy gossip.
Oakley dokley.
Oh, I do envy your life of leisure. But don't mind me, of course. I guess I'll just get back to work.
That's alright, Patton. I'd consider your life a lot easier than ours. Our life of leisure is just in between us either getting completely destroyed by enemies or destroying the enemies, so not as easy as you think it is. Stop. Why do you gotta put so many things next to the door? Hello, there's tons of people here. People, Adventurers Guild, Knights, Barkeep, Six-Fingered Jose, what's up?
Do you want to hear my latest composition? I put my whole heart into it, and also my soul. How about it, amigo?
Who's the strongest fighter in Mondstadt?
Huh? The most macho in Mondstadt. She's a little girlie who wears red.
A girl dressed in red.
That's right. I found this out one day about half a month ago, when I went up to the Storm Bear Mountains looking for inspiration for my new song. Guess what happened?
What happened?
I witnessed the most powerful destructive force I have ever seen in my life. I'm telling you, it completely changed the whole landscape in that part of the mountains.
Holy moly!
I was hiding behind a bush and I saw this little girlie in red clothing running into the distance, leaving a trail of destruction in her wake. But I don't know if anyone will believe me.
Now that you mention it, the idea of a tiny little girl wielding that much destructive power is a little far-fetched.
You want to know what I think? I think she has a treasure nobody else knows about. Maybe even the most powerful treasure in all of Mondstadt.
Did you say treasure? Did Paimon imagine that, or did you hear it too?
It's just a guess. I mean, no. It's a bard's razor-sharp intuition.
I'll take you at your word for now.
Thank you, amigo. I am so happy to meet a true amigo. Who would have thought?
So, this girl, what's her name?
I do not know her name. I do not see her often in Mondstadt. Hey, I'm telling the truth. You gotta believe me.
Doesn't sound like much to go on. But thanks for your intel.
Right. Okay. Hello, Charles.
What'll it be today?
Who's the strongest fighter in
The
Mondstadt?
strongest fighter? I don't pay much attention to that sort of thing.
Huh. Paimon thought bartenders had some kind of special information sources.
Just like they have an exclusive supplier of wine?
Exactly! That's what Paimon was getting at!
I have no involvement in any intelligence-gathering operation. But if you made me pick someone, it would be the Dark Knight Hero. I've heard some stories about him. Apparently, he once rescued a city dweller from the Abyss Order.
There it is! The barman's top secret intelligence! Speaking of the Abyss Order, their minions are really stirring up trouble all over the place, aren't they?
Right. Bruce.
Hi!
Oh, he's drunk.
Are you here to try Mondstadt's famous wine, too?
Who's the strongest fighter in Mondstadt?
The strongest fighter of them all? That would be Jean, obviously. Why? Grandmaster Jean is so strong. She can take out a ruin guard with just a few slashes of her sword. And she could wipe out the 3 hilly trill tribes at Dada Upa Gorge all by herself. Otherwise, we wouldn't have such a carefree existence, with nothing to do.
It's true that Jean makes people feel they're in safe hands. Meanwhile, this guy is drunk as a skunk.
That's true. Alright, you have fun, Mr. Bruce.
Even if you are a close friend.
Ugh. Serious, Jack.
Hey, I'm doing some adventurers training. Alcohol tolerance training, to be precise. Want to join me?
No, I'm good. Who's the strongest fighter in Mondstadt?
You want to know who I think the toughest fighter is?
Yeah.
In my opinion, that would be the finest adventurer of them all, Stanley. Guildmaster Cyrus is up there with the toughest, too. But only Stanley can take on the bloodthirsty beasts of the Mare Javari.
Bloodthirsty beasts of the Marjavari? Sounds terrifying. Do you think you'd be scared if you were faced with one of those?
I'd beat it to a pulp.
Yeah! Bam! Wham! Pow!
Exactly.
Patton was right about one thing.
Everyone has an opinion. Not just that, but some people's choice of candidate was just plain weird.
If everyone's got their own opinion and can't be persuaded, how are we ever gonna find out who Mondstadt's strongest fighter is? Eureka! Paimon's got it! Let's go see what Jean says.
That,
The
okay.
Knights have got an official ranking table for this kind of thing.
Probably not, but... Ooh, do you think I'll be on there?
Guess it depends if they counted all your shenanigans or not.
Hey.
Don't worry, though. Paimon has full confidence in your abilities.
Thanks. Oh, put that chair there. Nimrod. Look, it's Nimrod, everyone. Everyone's favorite NPC. Haven't talked to Jean in forever. I think the last time I literally talked to Jean was the beginning of this playthrough. Or at least close to it.
Where am I going to get them more?
Pretty much when you're done with Mondstadt, there's not really any... I mean, I guess there's the world quests and stuff, but not coming back to this place. Other than the quest that I'm doing currently. Feels like you're going back to all the other places more often than Mondstadt. Hello! How's it going? Long time no see.
Oh, Master Jean! Sorry to bother you. We're collecting intel on the strongest fighter in Mondstadt. Do you have, one of those official Knights of Favonius verified ranking table thingies?
Strongest fighter in Mondstadt? Huh. I am sorry, but I cannot help. I do not have any relevant documentation on that topic.
Oh, well that sucks. Paimon was hoping he would at least make the top 5.
Well, although I do not have the data to make such an assessment, I will say that my faith in our honorary knight's abilities has never wavered. Which reminds me, recently one of the Abyss Order's mages has been active near the city, although he is keeping a low profile. If you are staying around Mondstadt, please be on the lookout for danger. Given your, well, high-ranking fighting strength, I trust you will be able to help keep the area safe.
Awesome! After he beats the Abyss Order, he'll climb up that ranking table faster than he climbs up all those cliffs.
Do you think I'll get to first place?
Well, either way, smashing the Abyss Order to bits is the right thing to do.
I like your enthusiasm. It is infectious. But be careful out there.
Yes, ma'am.
fine. I'm not hurt. Sorry for bumping into you.
You dropped something.
Hey, look!
Explosion inside the city wall. Grounded by woe, explosions can hurt people. Jean can be dreadful. Mondstadt be bombed. Klee be doomed.
There's some writing on here. Explosion inside city wall.
Well, Paimon's just gonna read it for us anyway.
Explosions can hurt people. Jean can be dreadful. Mondstadt be bombed. Klee be doomed? Yikes! Mr. Kaya wrote these down for me. They're, survival rules. Survival rules? Yeah. Rules that I must absolutely never break under any circumstances. Otherwise, something terrible would happen.
Kaya writes like this?
Yep.
I don't think so.
I forgot to introduce myself. My name is Klee.
Hello, Klee. My name is Jedi Wolf.
And Paimon's name is... well, Paimon. I've heard all about you guys. You're the honorary knight who helps Mondstadt. Wow.
Yep. We're famous, Paimon.
More recognition, yay! Paimon is so happy right now. I heard it from Amber. But wait, no. There's no time for this right now. I'm dealing with a big emergency. I grabbed my map and ran as fast as I could all the way here.
What's wrong?
The treasure I buried in the Whispering Woods. It's gone.
You do have treasure.
Buried treasure?
A girl dressed in red.
And she has treasure. Seriously? Klee gets Six-Finger Jose's vote for strongest fighter in Mondstadt? What is wrong with people? Lost treasure is a big deal. Let us help you find it. Yay! Thanks, you guys.
No problem.
Here's where the map says the treasure should be. I put a circle around it. I also put a wooden sign in the ground at the place where I buried it, to make it easier to find. Paimon is starting to understand how this treasure went missing so easily.
Yeah.
Come on, Mr. Honorary Knight, let's go.
All right, let's go find your missing treasure. All right. You didn't bury very far, Klee.
La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la. La la la. Your treasure's gone, but you seem oddly happy. Oh, well, Leisure and Albedo seem really busy recently. So Klee must not disturb them. But now Klee has new friends. I never thought I'd have a new big brother to help me. I'm so happy.
All right then. Well. Also, why is Razor busy? What is Razor busy doing? What is he doing? Climbing trees and eating berries? I don't know. Hey, I've been here multiple times before. This is you. You put that there. Okay.
We're here. This is the place. Look, this is where my huge treasure was buried. And where there's now a huge empty hole in the ground.
Wait, who's that over there?
It's an abyss mage. Hey, maybe he's the one Jean was warning us about. What's that in his hand?
An explosive.
My treasure. What?
I see the little girl has brought her friends with her. Time for a change of plan.
Hey, you! If you think you're so tough, get back here and fight!
After him.
What's an abyss mage? I play in the forest all the time, but I've never seen one before. It looks so cute, soft and fluffy. I want to pet it. Game's up. Now hand it over.
God, that fucking boar.
Oh, you fools think I would give this up so easily after what I've been through to acquire it?
You fool.
Let's fly. Open fire. Open fire.
Careful, Klee. Don't be drawn in by it. Abyss mages are the bad guys. Oh, that's right. Grandmaster Jean says that stealing is wrong.
Right.
Freeze!
That girl's lucky she didn't come alone. Otherwise,
Bro.
Now disappear. Let's get this show on the road.
But if we could just get him to give it back. Where'd he go?
Oh.
The Abyss Mage. He just disappeared.
Probably.
What's going on?
What is going on? That is the question. I think something's going on here.
And voila!
Yep.
A gateway to a domain. The Abyss Mage must have snuck inside.
Then there's no way out. Let's keep up the chase.
Klee, do you need a rest? Why don't you wait here while we get your treasure back for you?
No! I'm coming with you. It's my treasure that Mr. Fluffball stole, and it's up to me to get it back.
I admire your courage, but these domains can be dangerous.
Don't worry, Klee is a big girl. Come on, Mr. Honorary Knight, let's go.
All right. In we go. Current party level is lower than recommended. What was the level? I don't know. Probably set to what my level is. Lee.
By royal decree.
Step right up.
Oh. I missed.
Now disappear. Here comes the finale. Step right up.
Midnight Phantasmagoria.
Alright, they're all dead. Bob.
Jumpy Dumpty Toe!
Oh, they leave a little... Huh. Lasers. Can I go under? I can't go under. And then feeding. Oh, lasers. Oh. Do they get hurt by the laser? Doesn't look like it. Hello.
Hold on to your hat.
Goodbye.
Now disappear.
Nice. Was that a waste of her ult? Probably. I just wanted to see it though. Hello, friend.
Let's fly. Open fire. Open fire.
Where's this Abyss Mage at?
You followed me. I must say, I'm impressed. But this is as far as you will get.
Oh yeah? What are you gonna do?
Oh, the human proclivity to gossip has provided us with everything we need. We learned that your little red friend had in her possession the most powerful treasure in all of Mondstadt. That treasure is now in my hands. There is nothing you can do. Now your precious treasure shall be your undoing.
No, wait! Don't touch it!
Oh, how you fret now your predicament is finally clear to you. Now, what have we here? A flame symbol.
Well.
I broke the survival rules. Explosions can hurt people. Jean can be dreadful. This is it. This time, I'm done for.
Klee, don't run off in a domain.
Wait, so Klee's treasure is a bomb?
That was epic. Made short work of that Abyss Mage.
No wonder Klee was rumored to be the strongest fighter in Mondstadt.
Yeah, what Six Finger was talking about.
Picking a fight with her, ever. Hold on. Why has she gone and run off?
Something to do with the survival rules. Something to do with Jean.
Seems like it. Well then, let's head to the Knight's headquarters and report to Jean.
We're just gonna leave Klee to... Okay. I guess Klee can, go, yeah. Yeah. Okay, well, time to leave. Back we go. I forget, can we enter through up here or no? No, we can't. Okay. Oh.
Klee? You're here too?
I turned myself in.
Huh?
My bomb. I hurt someone. I broke the rules. I'll never see the light of day again.
Klee, I need you to answer me. You said someone was injured. Where are they?
Wait, there's been a misunderstanding.
Why is that?
The person that Klee blew up was an Abyss Mage.
But Mr. Fluffball was only a thief. He didn't deserve to blow up.
Hey, come on now. Paimon already told you that the Abyss Mages are the bad guys. And actually, they're the worst kind of bad guys you can imagine. They don't just hate the good guys, they hate all people. Their enemy is humanity itself.
Mr. Fluffball was a bad guy on purpose? Mr. Fluffball is the enemy of humanity. What? I don't get it.
This was an oversight on my part. I did not tell you these things before because you are still young. In fact, the Abyss Order is a hostile force in Mondstadt, which has been unusually active lately.
Because of Mondstadt's most powerful treasure?
Aha! That's it! Paimon understands now. They were tracking down poor Klee because they heard rumors about her treasure. Just like the way Paimon's first reaction was to try and get her hands on... no. To try and get the facts on the treasure.
You're right.
So, does that mean?
In light of your contribution on this matter, I will allow you to take part in the next Ludi Harpastum.
Ludi Harpastum? Whoa!
You got very lucky. I'm so happy for you.
Mr. Honorary Knight, you've got to come too.
Okay. Right?
Whoop-de-doo! It's a happy ending!
Except
what?
Well, the Abyss Order and...
Klee, where did you hide the treasure to begin with?
Oh, right.
Were you trying to blow up the fish in Starfell Lake again?
I wasn't! I swear I wasn't.
She's giving us that look that means play along.
Uh-oh, she noticed it too.
Klee?
I'll see myself to solitary confinement.
Paimon bets Klee must get bored in there all by herself.
I feel like this solitary confinement is not what we think it is.
Klee is no ordinary child. In fact, she holds the title of Spark Knight within our ranks.
Spark Knight?
No way! Even Klee gets to be a Knight of Favonius?
Paimon sounds jealous. Sounds more impressive than Honorary Knight.
Yes! Paimon thinks this is quite unjust. Although, the name kinda makes sense considering what Klee's treasure does.
Yeah.
Yes, she causes her fair share of trouble for the Knights of Favonius, but we care a great deal about her. As for her background, in short, you'll understand her more as time goes by. Please keep an eye on her in the future.
Will do. Where are we going? Is that upstairs? Nope, it's in this room.
Guess who?
That's Paimon's voice I hear.
Need help busting out of this joint?
Ooh, yes, please. Wait, no, I can't. Klee needs to be a good girl and think about what she did. Stop tempting me. Anyway, while I'm grounded, I'm making an extra special new treasure, the Ludi Harpastum version.
When you say treasure...
I made it into the shape of a harpastum and everything. It looks so cute.
You disguised the bomb as a harpastum?
Just wait for Ludi Harpastum. Oh yeah, they're gonna love it.
Yeesh, if Jean was listening to this, Klee might find herself grounded for an awful lot longer.
That's true. True treasure. That was that? That was a very short one.
Hello. May the Animo Archon protect you.
Thanks, Wood. A continuation to that? Or is that... I guess that was it. Okay. Well, we got Venti's quest. And we can unlock Jean's now. There's also Mona's, but I ran out of keys, so we'll just unlock that next time. So we'll go do Venti's. To the statue. I did not expect to finish it that quickly, but I guess since it's the first one in the line of all the quests, I guess it makes sense that it's the shortest. I don't know if we'll see Klee again. Maybe if we do Jean's quest, we'll see Klee.
Hey, look over there!
I'm looking. There's a child talking to herself.
herself, right?
Yeah.
Because she's acting as if she's talking and laughing with somebody else. Paimon's creeped out.
I had an imaginary friend too when I was a kid.
What? You mean you used to act like that too?
Maybe.
So is this an invisible friend who hangs out with you sometimes? Or do they just exist in your imagination?
Imaginary means in your imagination, and your imagination means imaginary.
Imagination... imaginary... Oh, you must mean imagined friend, right? Why didn't you just say so?
The fuck, Paimon?
So, this imaginary friend of yours, when does Paimon get to meet them?
We, don't hang out anymore.
Seriously? So, imaginary friends just disappear when you grow up?
Tragically, yes.
Oh, Paimon was looking forward to meeting yours. Hey, don't suppose your sister has an imaginary friend too?
Sure they do.
No way! You guys are so lucky! Because they have this game in Liyue. Have you heard of it? It's a 4-player game, but it seems you guys could play it with just the 2 of you.
Right.
Oh, Traveler. Fancy meeting you here.
Hi.
Tone-deaf bard. What are you doing here?
I'm here because Lisa has been making some exciting new contraptions.
Why does the thought of Lisa's contraptions make Paimon so nervous?
Come now, that's no way to speak about the elegant Miss Lisa. For this particular contraption, Lisa had to import some dangerous materials from Sumeru.
Dangerous?
Monocle equipped with some sort of detector?
That's right. Looks like a monocle, but actually it's called a Nernama detector. Sadly, Lisa isn't able to use it herself, so I'm borrowing it for a while. And also, I'm testing it out for her, to see if it actually works.
Huh? Why can't Lisa use it?
Perhaps it's because she lacks a certain childlike sense of wonder. Or maybe there's some other reason for it. If you want to know for sure, just ask her yourself sometime.
So, you can see them? Go on, tell us. What does his imaginary friend look like?
That would be telling. Anyway, it's all yours now, Traveler. Take a look. See if you can see Nora's imaginary friend.
No shit.
Do you see him? Do you see him?
Wow, it really works. Yeah, seems like they're best friends.
So it does work for you two.
Paimon wants to see? Wait, but this gizmo isn't in Paimon's size. Alright then, you'll just have to be Paimon's eyes on the ground. Let's go see what everyone's imaginary friends look like.
This is... okay. Are they imaginary friends or ghosts? Also, the monocle that we're using...
The flower shop always seems kinda floaty-headed. You know, Paimon bets she has an imaginary friend.
Probably. Anyway, similar to the monocle thing that we have that shows us the fox spirit statue stuff in Azuma. Kind of the same concept, I would say. There's a Fatui over there. Right, flower shop, flower shop. I wonder if this is going to be another short one. Might be. We'll see.
There it is! Behold, a floaty imaginary friend for floaty-headed Flora! A bloaty floaty!
Wait, imaginary friends can be plants now?
Guess so.
Hi, Traveler. Hi, Bard.
Hey, Flora, can I ask a question?
Sure. How can I help?
Who's your friend?
Oh, you mean Mr. Floaty? Most people can't see him. Mr. Floaty is my bestest friend. We grew up together.
No fair. Paimon hates feeling left out.
Flora, why exactly are you friends with a bloaty floaty?
What's wrong with it? I always wanted to be friends with a plant who could fly.
Friends with a flying plant? Why?
Because then when it's windy, you and your friend can fly off into the sky together. You gotta admit that's pretty cool.
Isn't that called being blown away?
That's what some people like to call it. I only found out this plant existed from an explorer who told me stories of his adventures. I think his name was Stanley.
Oh, I know Stanley.
Stanley's an adventurer. And you can tell he's an expert at it from the stories he tells. The amazing adventures of Stanley are super famous in Mondstadt. He's in the city at the moment. You should go ask him to tell you some of his stories.
That sounds like a fun idea for next time. But right now we have other things to attend to.
Right. Imaginary friend stuff. Timmy,
Mysterious kid.
the kid who loves the birds.
Which child shall we interrogate next?
Paimon's thinking. Oh, how about that little guy on the bridge?
Let me guess. Timmy's imaginary friend is probably more pigeons. Sorry, Timmy. I'm gonna scare all the pigeons off. Actually, did it? Oh no, I always scare off. There's no way I can't. Okay, that's not what I expected.
No way!
Yeah, it's a ruin guard.
Well, that is unexpected.
Timmy's imaginary friend is a ruin guard?
I've heard of guardian angels, but come on.
Paimon's freaking out right now.
It's probably because he gets pissed off that everyone scares off the birds, so he needs someone to protect him.
What say you we postpone our conversation with Timmy for the time being?
Paimon, it's time to say the line. That line you love to say so much?
Huh? Paimon has a favorite line?
The one about exploring the area ahead of us later?
Seriously? Oh, alright then. How about we explore the area ahead of us later?
Right. Bye, Timmy. Don't mess with
Children
Timmy.
are more open-minded. Is that why they can think up all kinds of imaginary friends?
Oh, yes.
Fitting, isn't it? That the City of Freedom should be home to children with such boundless powers of imagination.
What about adults' imaginations? Let's ask some adults at the tavern.
I don't... Maybe we can. Oh, hi, Nimrod. Diluc, Kaya, what's going on over here? Secret meeting in the back.
The thing about wine is, you have to drink it at the tavern, or you miss out on half the
One of
fun.
interest secured, and it's
Seems
going
to
very
me
well.
you'd
Also, happy
find some way of
2039.
keeping
Yes,
yourself
happy
amused
happy
even if you drink
2077.
alone. If I didn't know any better, I would say you're being deliberately uncivil.
Just drink responsibly on my premises, okay?
Oh, and if I did have one too many, what then? You'd throw me out along with the trash, is that it?
Throw you out?
You know, the same way you threw out Father's legacy. You sold off his mansion, or maybe you've forgotten.
I see no reason to cling to things that have outlived their purpose.
Is that so? Then I trust you were most swift indeed to part with a certain vase?
Bosse.
Sorry, I have no recollection.
That's odd. Master Diluc, I'm sure I saw such a vase in your home. A beautiful one, unmistakable in fact.
Come on, Prelate. Does Kaya have one? No. Nobody has one.
Seems our suspicions were right. Grown-ups don't appear to have imaginary friends.
Like I said, a lack of childlike wonder.
Seems adults are the same everywhere.
So people just stop dreaming when they grow up? Okay, well, Paimon, for one, never wants to grow up.
This raises an interesting question. At what age exactly do people's imaginary friends disappear? Let's go and check.
All right. Ellen.
How about Ellen? Someone of her age surely must have some imagination left, don't you think?
Uh-oh.
The possibility.
Somehow, Paimon finds the idea of not being able to see Ellen's imaginary friend kinda scary.
Where is Ellen? Okay, she's way up there. Let's go. modding Armored Core 6, I feel like that would be hell.
Take me up. Let's fly.
Oh, I remember Ellen. Yeah, yeah. Her. Okay.
Jean? What is Jean doing here? Is Master Jean Ellen's imaginary friend?
Ellen is a conscientious child. Fuck me. Ellen is can't read. Ellen is really determined to become a knight.
Yeah,
Conscientious. Why can't I say the word conscientious? There we go.
terrifying.
Oh, hello. What are you guys doing?
We're
You always training here?
You bet. Today, I heard Stanley talking about his adventures. It was incredible. It got me really pumped up. Oh, I hope I can be as outstanding as him one day.
Everyone keeps talking about
So
Stanley.
that you can fight shoulder to shoulder with Master Jean?
I mean, obviously, I want to become a knight. And if I got to go on an adventure with Jean herself, well, even better.
Seems Ellen really looks up to Jean.
There's nothing wrong with that. I believe you'll succeed, Ellen.
Huh, thanks.
Learn
was
English.
thinking,
No.
It's not every day I get to hang out with the honorary knight. Would you join me for some sword training?
Sure.
How can I smash all these training dummies at once?
I got you, bro. Watch this. Okay, that's not gonna work. I can't lock on. Let's do this.
And so that's how to do it. I'm impressed.
Thanks.
Oh, thank you. It's clear I still have a long way to go in my training.
So modest. I, for one, think you're quite the pro at this already.
Oh, well, I'm exhausted from training, so clearly my fitness needs some work. One day, though, I'll smash all the training dummies in Mondstadt.
Ellen, she's our girl. If she can't do it, Hilly Churl.
Right.
Thanks. Shoot, I got so caught up here I forgot there's something I was supposed to do today. Ugh, but I'm so sore from training. I can hardly move. Honorary Knight, could you deliver a message to Jack for me?
Sure. Where can I find him?
He's gone adventuring at the Temple of the Lion with Stanley today. Stanley's a truly legendary adventurer, renowned in all of Mondstadt. He once set foot in the Mare Javari. We were gonna meet up tonight and discuss adventure plans. Could you let him know it'll have to be another day?
Temple of the Lion? Sure, I missed that place.
Great! Thank you so much.
The Stanley guy has, everyone in Mondstadt keeps talking about this guy. To be honest, I don't remember who the Stanley guy is. The name sounds familiar. I'm sure I've seen him before, but I don't know. Temple of the Lion, it's way over there. I'm gonna travel. All right. In we go.
The Temple of the Lion? We explored this place once before, didn't we? During the Storm Terror incident.
Sure did.
Seems like it's now a hot spot for adventurers. That can only mean one thing. We didn't bag all the loot last time!
Oh boy. Also, we get to play as Venti, and it works because he's a bow character. So we have an entire team of bow characters.
Looks like we can't go any further.
Hold
Not
E.
to worry. Allow me.
Oh, I'll wait
Those
for it to
who
come
wander
back
in
down.
the dust, the wind shall send soaring sky high.
What Venti said.
Here we go.
Ooh. That's cool. What exactly does that do? Damage to enemies, or is it just meant for traversing? I don't know. Or resurrection activated. Probably click the switch. Here, let's test it out. Does this do damage? It does. And I can crash back down. I want to see what his ult does. We did it. Hello, friends. Let's stay close to the fires. What does his ult do? Oh shit. That's nice. Okay, fuck. Alright, that's really good. Just a vortex of fire. Don't worry.
Wouldn't gliding be faster?
I mean, it would be if we could glide. Just...
Hey, are those guys?
Step right up. Fire in the hole.
Bop.
Let's fly. Locked on.
Hello. I'm gonna take the treasure before you do. Hi, Stanley.
I was so sure I was about to die.
To be fair, that could have gone either way. So, you must be Jack the Adventurer, I assume?
Yes. Who are you?
Actually, we came looking for you.
Ellen has a message for you. She said she won't be able to join you today to plan out your next adventure together. She'll join you some other time.
Oh, I see. I feel bad you had to come all this way to find me, and then had to rescue me.
Huh? I don't see what all the fuss is about. It was nothing that I, Stanley, couldn't have dealt with by myself.
Whoa! You are Stanley? You are that legendary adventurer? Renowned in all of Mondstadt? Who once set foot in the Mare Javari?
The very same.
I must say, it's an honor to meet one as legendary as yourself. Well then, how would everyone like to proceed? Head back or head further inside?
Stanley, what do you think?
Well, I think you're now in the safe hands of Stanley, the great explorer and legend of Mondstadt. In which case, why head back now?
Okay, motion passed by unanimous consent. Let's head further in.
So, I'm guessing you mostly came here because you want to hear my adventure stories. Am I right?
No, we really were just looking for Jack.
What? Do you know who I am? I am Stanley, renowned adventurer of Mondstadt.
Yeah, I think we got that.
Attitude says maybe you don't got that. I am Stanley, the living legend. Stanley who braved the Mare Javari.
Enough already! Ugh! Stop name-dropping yourself every time you open your mouth!
It's true, though. Stanley is the most amazing guy.
Well, Jack will listen, won't you? Where was I?
You and your partner reached the Mare Javari, a famously terrifying place with not a wisp of wind.
Precisely. There was a deathly silence in the air. A sea of ashes stretched
Shit,
out
I didn't mean to do that. Oh fuck.
far
Oh
as
god,
I could
I'm
see.
dead.
The Mare Javari.
They land somewhere.
Suddenly, my partner was caught in a whirlpool whipped up by an evil beast. Luckily, I managed to grab hold of him just in time.
Wow. So, did he make it?
Sadly, in the end, I alone was able to set foot on home ground once more, where the gentle breeze carried away the tears welling up in my eyes.
That poor guy. How could that happen?
Jack, you can't cry so easily if you want to be a great adventurer.
I know. Because an adventurer's proudest achievement is to die in the course of their final adventure. But whatever happens, no adventurer should ever die in a place where the wind doesn't blow. The wind has to bring your spirit back to Mondstadt.
That's right. To die in a place where the wind blows, and to have your spirit carried back to Mondstadt on the...
Right. Sounds like a lot of hoopla to me.
I believe I've made a small discovery. Could I ask you to use the Nernama detector once more?
Sure. Himself? A younger version of himself?
What? Stanley has an imaginary friend?
Or is it his alternate ego?
It seems his imaginary friend is a seasoned warrior, covered in scars from head to foot, and a look of staunch determination on his face.
It fits Stanley's description of himself. I knew there was something weird about his story.
Oh, you thought so too, huh?
Yeah.
I agree. He wasn't telling the whole story.
Please excuse me. I'll be leaving now.
Bye, Stanley. Do you two still have time to spare?
What is it?
A few days ago, Stanley got drunk and told me a secret. Something he's never told anyone before. The weapons he took on his adventure all those years ago, they were none other than those once wielded by Mondstadt's greatest hero, Vanessa herself. The sword of brilliant valor and the shield of magnificent honor. I don't know whether you believe me, but apparently, both the sword and shield are still right here in Mondstadt, over in Dadaupa Gorge. Since you guys are the experts at this, can you come with me to try and retrieve these two legendary weapons?
Why did he abandon them in the wild? Oh, Stanley seriously owned these weapons? Why did he abandon them in the wild then?
I don't know. Outstanding individuals always come with their quirks, right?
I'm sure he just fled.
Just get a hold of something impressive enough to show my family what I'm capable of, maybe they'll finally come around to the idea of me being an adventurer.
Yeah.
Right now, I'm just a rookie. My abilities are limited, and my parents don't support my goals one bit. So, what do you say? Help a guy out?
Sure.
I can't bring myself to tell Stanley about it, because my reasons are so, selfish. But I swear I'll give the weapons back to him as soon as I'm done.
Aw, poor Jack. Let's help him out.
Alright then, hard to say no after that sob story.
Venti, you coming too?
I don't know.
Oh, one other thing. I have a bottle of rare vintage wine that I had someone fetch for me a couple years ago. Help me find these weapons, and it's all yours.
Dadaupa Gorge, was it? Let's hurry, there's no time to lose.
What a guy. Alright. To the gorge then.
Let's fly.
Search the sword. Where would it be? Up here, maybe? No? You guys have a sword? No sword? No? Oh, you're using... Okay, that's cool. Never noticed that before. You got little flowers down here. They're heating up the pot. Oh, the sword might be in the big building. That would make sense.
Hey, that bunch of hilly churls. Are they holding some kind of ceremony?
Sure are, and I'm about to stop it.
Pile of knickknacks. Are they worshipping them?
Seems so. That must be the Sword of Brilliant Valor, surely.
Oh, hey. What if I do?
Lo and behold, the Sword of Brilliant Valor.
Are you sure? Looks kind of basic to Paimon, and a little worse for wear, too. Why would
Basic.
hilly churls be bowing down before a piece of junk like this?
Seems somebody tossed an old sword into a pile of spoils these hilly trolls were already celebrating.
This is in terrible shape, and it's so basic, I'm at a loss for words.
Say, Jack, have you ever seen an anemo crystal fly? They're found in the open country around Mondstadt City. If you saw one in broad daylight, you wouldn't bat an eyelid. But in the pitch blackness of night, its brilliant glow is mesmerizing. It truly resembles an exquisite crystal dancing in the night air. Is valor not the same? When everything is going your way, it seems meaningless, fades into the background. But when you're in dire straits, valor is the thing that gets you fired up and fighting back. It's the brilliant ray of light that guides you out from the darkness.
It was some very elaborate ox tongue. Excellent recovery. Almost fell for it myself.
You're right. You're right. Then this has to be it. This is the Sword of Brilliant Valor.
So, we got our sword. Now we just need that shield. Let's scout around. It's definitely in Dadaupa Gorge, so... Huh?
There's somebody there.
Stanley? What's he doing here?
He's acting so weird.
What happened? Why did you stop all of a sudden?
Huh? Oh, it's nothing. Just one of those Mora-spouting weasel thieves passed by is all.
What? Where? I want to see.
Maybe another time. We have a shield to find, remember?
Right.
Let's fly.
Feel like something's going on here. Hey, a chest. Don't mind if I do.
Ooh,
Alright. Where's this shield?
Lo and behold, the shield of magnificent honor.
Liar, liar, pants on fire. It's a chunk of wood. A chunk of scrap wood with the handle attached. Who in their right mind would use this as a shield?
There's
most
also
people, I
wine
think.
stains on it. Yeah, I'm pretty sure this was just taken from a wine barrel.
And yet, my bard's intuition tells me that this is none other than the shield of magnificent honor. Warriors wear their battle scars with pride, and shields are no different. Surely an intact shield is one that has shied away from the battlefield. Is not the broken and splintered shield the one that has fought in countless wars and lived to tell the tale? Though the soldier's body be tired and torn, still they fight till the very end, till they have no blood left to bleed. Such magnificent strength of will. Is that not the true meaning of honor?
I agree with Venti.
You do have a point. Shiny new shields don't stay new and shiny for long. Okay then. Well, maybe if we ask Hopefully, he'll just let us take the Shield of Magnificent Honor for free.
I highly doubt that.
Ahem. Excuse me, Mr. Hilly Churro? Well, okay, you take it from here. Hope you've picked up some Hilly Churlian by now. If not, there's always body language.
Then plata dada.
Seems cheerful enough. Maybe negotiating will work after all.
Gusha poopa. Gusha ye. Oh fuck. No.
Uh-oh. He did not seem to appreciate that.
Venti sings song, you give shield, okay.
Well, if you insist, a tune I shall strum.
Seems cheerful enough. Maybe negotiating will work after all. Oh, yeah! He actually gave us the shield!
Nice.
Guys,
Speech
thank you
increased.
so much. I can't believe I actually found them. Mom, Dad, check out the legendary weapons I found.
Hey, wait! The wine, you promised! And I actually helped a lot this time. What are you doing here, Stanley? Out for a stroll?
Hey, what are you doing here, Bard? Fancy that, huh? You, out for a stroll too?
That's right, an after-dinner stroll to be precise. We were also helping a friend look for something.
Paimon's starting to think Stanley might be a fraud.
He's definitely a fraud, no question.
Did Stanley plant the sword and shield here in advance so as to not hurt Jack's feelings?
Adventurers must be pretty familiar with Dada Upa Gorge. You fought battles here before, after all.
You better believe it. I can navigate this whole area with my eyes closed.
Wow. Then I admire your perseverance. And your memory, too.
It's only to be expected of a great adventurer like me. You guys had better watch out, though. This place is crawling with hilichurros. I'll get back to my, stroll now. Goodbye.
Guilty conscience much?
Well, he shouldn't have gotten so carried away bragging to Jack, should he? Although, on further reflection, I must say I'm intrigued. Someone who can't let go of the past and gives up on the present instead. I wonder, if such a person was forced to take their first step towards the future, which way would they go?
What are you talking about?
I'm just musing to myself. Anyway, I propose we take a trip to Angel's Share tonight.
All right. Wait for night to fall. All right, time to wait again. Did it say 18? Or, I don't know. It's probably gonna be like, oh, you have to wait for an entire day, but we'll see. Hey, Angel's Share.
Let's fly.
Hey, Diluc, what are you doing here behind the bar?
You know, I'm glad I actually had the chance to come down here today.
Why's
The
that?
tavern isn't overcrowded, and I couldn't be in a better mood.
That's good. Hi, Stanley.
Tell me, Stan. Tell me, what should I do?
Huh? Why does he keep repeating his own name?
He's hiding something. Another Stanley.
Surely not. Even I've never heard tell of a second Stanley.
Oh, Stanley. It should have been me. I should have been the one to die in the Melchivari that day. Why won't your spirit come and stop me from using your name? Why, Stanley? Why? If only you hadn't had to save a rookie like me, you would have never died in that windless corner of the world. You were a renowned adventurer, destined to become a legend one day. But now, that'll never happen because your life was cut short, and all because of a worthless tag-along.
Does anyone get what's going on here?
Yeah.
I think our friend really did make it to the Merjavari. And I think the tragedy he encountered there was real too. But the real adventurer, the real Stanley, that was his partner, not him. The real Stanley is the one who died to save our Stanley.
Wait, so the only reason our Stanley is called Stanley in the first place is because he stole the other Stanley's name?
Yeah, keep up,
I
Paimon.
fear that may be the case.
Stanley, for so many years I've lived in fear. Fear that Mondstadt will forget all about you. So I tell you adventure stories at every opportunity. Mondstadt must remember. Stanley reached the center of the Madrivari. He's the greatest adventurer there ever was, and he lives on. Stanley will never die, because I am Stanley. I am Stanley. I'm sorry, Stanley. I'm getting too old. Now, are you guys planning on eavesdropping much longer?
Yikes! We're busted!
I mean, it's pretty obvious that we were doing that. And Paimon's not very quiet. Hi, Stanley. Quotations.
Go away. Save your questions. And just leave me in peace.
But...
Leave now. Don't make me tell you again.
Honorary Knight, Venti, and Paimon. I'm so glad you guys are here. I've been looking for you everywhere. I wanted to thank you again for helping me find the sword and shield. My parents are finally supporting me.
Oh, really?
Yeah, really. They even said they're gonna pay for someone to fix up the Sword of Brilliant Valor and Shield of Magnificent Honor for me, so I can take them out on the road.
That's wonderful! So, Jack, is this the part where you bid farewell to Mondstadt and set off on your intrepid trip traversing Teyvat?
No, not yet. I still don't have what it takes to go too far from home just yet. Besides, I'm sure Stanley still has a few stories left to tell. They're what inspired me to become an adventurer in the first place. Stanley, Oh, you're drunk again. We'll see you tomorrow then. After your hangover wears off. Maybe you can tell me some more of your stories?
Stanley's really fond of that kid, don't you think?
Yeah.
Jack. Jack.
Jack left.
Oh, I see. Well, thank you for not telling him about my secret.
Huh? All of a sudden you're facing the facts? That isn't like you.
Just now, I couldn't bear to look at him. His adventurous spirit is so pure, unblemished. I'm just a weary old feckless fraud. But that kid is a brand new shining star, full of potential. I cannot allow his dreams to be crushed.
You're not a total fraud. Stanley's adventure stories and experiences, they're all true, aren't they?
Stories? Experiences? What's the point of them anymore? To be honest, my memories of adventuring and of Stanley, they're hazy these days. That's my biggest secret of all, and my biggest fear. All these years, I've been living to tell his story. But his personality and the details of his life, I don't remember them clearly anymore. But the one thing I can never forget is that he died in a windless land, where his spirit can never be recovered.
Oh, life, he's been drowning in guilt. All that remains is this imaginary friend.
Exactly. Even in his memory, the real Stanley isn't the living, breathing friend he knew at all. Instead, he's become fixed on the image of him as that battle-scarred warrior, and that image has held him captive his entire life.
I'm too old. I never let go. But still, so much has slipped away. I'm completely and utterly worthless. No adventurer should have to go that way. No adventurer ever.
Hans Archibald.
My true name? How did you know? The wind. I can hear the wind blowing in the Mare Javari. I always believed you existed.
Will you hand me your old friend's spirit?
I can't believe it. Thank you all. And thank you, Lord Barbados. I'm sorry. It's gonna take me some time to calm back down. But I think that I'm gonna be okay.
Ah, wonderful! Stanley reconnected with his true self and Jack can finally go his own way. This calls for a celebration. And by celebration, I do, of course, mean libation.
Right, of course,
By
Venti.
libation, you mean you're not leaving this tavern till you're too drunk to walk, right?
No, the wine here's too expensive. Jack still owes me some wine, though. He promised me a rare vintage in exchange for helping him out, remember?
Right.
I'll head off to fetch the wine. See you shortly. Let's meet at the usual place.
The usual place. Underneath the,
Huh? Where's that supposed to be? Why has Paimon never heard of it? Hey, Tone Deaf Bard!
I think I know where. Possibly. It's either under the statue, by the tree, or under his statue. Under his statue. Okay. Windrise. That's what I was thinking of. On top of his statue. Okay. Hello.
You made it. Finally.
Just tell us where you meet next time, okay? We looked everywhere. So, did you at least manage to find your wine?
Yep. Well, sort of. Jack made it out to be a rare collector's edition vintage. When actually it's just a half bottle of regular cider.
Bruh. Well, alright.
This takes me back. The first time I saw this view, I hadn't even taken on this form yet. It was about 2,600 years ago, before the world had come under the rule of the Seven. At that time, old Mondstadt was ruled by a tyrant, who sealed off the city's perimeter with a ferocious hurricane. Even the birds couldn't get in or out.
Old Mondstadt? Oh, Paimon remembers! Nowadays it's known as Storm Terror's lair, right? You mentioned it before.
That's right. The Tyrant of the Winds who once ruled from that tower was Decarabian, god of storms. Back then, I was but a wisp among the thousand winds. I wasn't a god of anything. I didn't even have a human form. I was just a tiny elemental being who lived in the wind, A gentle breeze bringing subtle changes for the better, or tiny seeds of hope.
A tiny elemental being? Without a human form? Venti, do you mean you used to look different than you do now?
Yep. My current form is not so different from the situation with fake Stanley. I took the form of a friend. In old Mondstadt transpired the story to be told. Where a tyrant ruled, I met a boy not that old. The lyre he played, and for a song he sought. But storm walls blocked blue sky, he was sincerely distraught. I do so wish to see the birds in flight, said he, his strong eyes filling with light. But his voice was lost in the howling wind's churn, for the whirlwind takes and gives not in return. The true sky and songs that cageless soar, were they not wishes worth fighting for? So the boy turned, extending his hand. Let us cast down the tyrant and his walls from this land. The young boy raised then the flag of revolt, and I threw myself into freedom's tumult. Victorious were we who fought to be free. Gods fell, winds whipped, nations shook violently. In the smoke, a despot met his doom. And we watched as his great tower fell none too soon. Mondstadt began anew, the story passed down, and since then never has another worn its crown.
So then what? What happened to your friend?
Same situation as with Stanley's friend.
Say, Paimon, do you wish to hear the next part of the story?
Yes, of course! The suspense is killing Paimon!
Paimon, go pick us a couple of apples.
Now's the time you suddenly get a craving for apples? Really?
Getting a little peckish or something.
Oh, so peckish.
Paimon's had it up to here with you!
You know, you're so smart it almost makes me uncomfortable sometimes. But then, maybe it's right that true friends can tell what the other is thinking. A refreshing drink, a gentle breeze. Moments like this always take me back. Back to a song that I first heard from him.
I'm listening.
Fly, fly away. Like a bird in the sky. See the world on my behalf. To the heavens may you fly.
Green-clad figure is uncharacteristically silent. Sometimes even the lissome wind grows heavy in its grief, but not that mortals could ever see a moment oh so brief. Well, we completed that one. And that's it for all of the Archons, I think. Yeah, we've done all of the Archons. So all that's left is everyone else's. So, like I said, we'll be doing these. I'm going to be done with the stories for now. And I'll just do some grinding and stuff while I talk about what I said earlier in the stream, which is what we did this year. And we'll be doing next year. And, yeah. And probably in the stream after that. So, what do we got for grinding? We probably got bosses and things to do. Before we do any of that, let's go heal up everyone. And let's talk about what we did earlier this year. So, let's see. All the games and stuff we streamed, we finished West of Loathing. I don't know if you guys remember that. I did a playthrough of the entire like Loathing series, I guess. So Shadows over Loathing, West of Loathing. Wrap it up. I ain't wrapping it up. We still got half an hour. Fuck you. But we did that. We finished Code Vein. I completely forgot about that. Years ago, I started playing Code Vein and streamed a little bit of it. with a time for all that. Well, you're gonna make some time, because I'm gonna do it. I don't care. But we streamed with Nugget Dude on Xbox. We played the whole game all the way through to the very end, and if you guys remember, I did not kill the final boss because of how my build was. The final boss said fuck you to anything magic-wise, and even physical-wise, he was very resistant to anything. So Andre got to finish the game and kill the final boss. I did not. And I still haven't, even from then, I still haven't gone back to the game and killed the final boss with that character. I have finished the game previously before that character, but yeah, that character will probably never be finished. Or maybe, hey, one day I'll come back to it for maybe some special thing or something and finish it on stream for you guys. I don't know. But yeah, so we did West Lothian, Code Vein. We played Elden Ring. We played through, was it this year? Oh, man. Might have been this year that I played through the base game, if I remember right. I streamed some of that. And then, streamed the DLC as well that came out this year. Out of the Erd Tree. That was fun. Final boss is a pain in the ass, and it took them debuffing him to be able to defeat him, so that's cool. But yeah, we did some Elden Ring. Genshin Impact, of course. We did Tower of Fantasy. I think we did Tower of Fantasy before Genshin, or maybe I did it at the same time. I don't remember, but I remember when I played Tower of Fantasy, I was like, well, Tower of Fantasy is just like a worse version of Genshin, so I might as well just do Genshin. And I think that's when I started this, maybe. I don't remember. But yeah, will I ever return to Tower of Fantasy? I don't know. We still have plenty of things to do here in Genshin, so whenever Genshin's over, I might go back to Tower of Fantasy. No promises on that, though. I don't know if I will. But, yeah, so there's that. Portal 2. Played Portal 2 with Elrin. I don't know if you guys remember that or not. That was fun. Streamed the entire game. There was one moment that I remember in there is that, the game glitched, I think, and it was, like, at the very end. So we had to, like, reload it or something. I don't even remember if we finished it or not. Genshin Never Over. Are you going to thank all your friends that supported your stream when we're on stream with you to entertain the audience? I haven't even gone through my entire list of games, bro. This guy said he doesn't even want to listen to all that. Why are you still here, man? Why are you still here? You didn't want to listen to any of this. Coming in here, bro, telling me what to talk about. I don't know, man. I've never heard that name before, but I can't remember this guy. This guy. Anyway. Oh yeah, Shadows Over Loathing. We did that one. Dragon Ball. I get another game that I stream with Nugget Dude. For your shout out. I don't know if I want to do that. I don't know. I don't think you deserve a shout out, man. I don't know. I don't know, man. Maybe next year. Maybe next year I'll give you a shout out. Maybe I'll think about it. But we did a really stupid thing with Andre, where we decided to do a randomize of holler? Yeah, I'll do a holler. Holler out my boy D4 Reeker over here on your solo VR chat streams then. Boy, shut up. I was doing solo streams before we even knew each other. Anyway, with Nugget Dude, we did Dragon Ball Xenoverse. And we did a challenge where we were trying to do randomize on every parallel quest, every character in the game. And that took a very long time. It was very hard to do, but we did it. But yeah, who watched those? The same amount of people that watch it when we're live, bro. That hasn't really changed. There hasn't really been a peak in viewers. Very, very rarely. We also did a playthrough of Shadow of Mordor and Shadow of War. That was fun. Shadow of War was pretty cool. Shadow of Mordor and Shadow of War were pretty different, I'd say, in their gameplay. It was pretty good. We did Borderlands 3 with Setsuna. Huge peak this year, bro. I can feel it. I hope so, man. I hope we get a peak. Huge amount of views so I can finally hit affiliate. And then make this my full-time thing. But yeah, we played Borderlands 3 with Setsuna. We did that for a while. We played throughout the entire game. It was a pretty quick rush through.
So you can never have too much
I'm trying to
more,
remember. Shut your yapping. I think it was only like 4 videos Nugget said you'd never do again. It was, we randomized, so we had we did every single parallel quest, basically every single mission in the game, which is it's over 100, and we used every single character in the game, which is, the roster is also, I think, over 100. I still have the document. I had to keep the document to keep track of what we've did and all of the characters. I'd have to look at the document again. But that was a challenge where we had to randomize our character and we couldn't repeat a character, and we had to play that character on that mission and complete the mission with that character. And the only time we ever changed that character is if we kept failing the mission and it was like near impossible to be able to do it. I don't think we did that. We might have done that once. I don't remember. I don't think we did that. But that's the challenge that we said we would never do again. And yes, they've had new DLCs and stuff, and they've added new characters. But we're never doing that challenge again. We were talking about another challenge possibly, but we were coming out with different details and stuff. So, next year, I'm planning on... we might play Dragon Ball again. Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2 again. With Nugget Dude. We'll see. It might be a new challenge. Don't get your hopes up. I'm not sure if or when that'll happen. But we have been talking about it ever since that last challenge. And if we don't have another challenge... I have been waiting for all the newest DLCs to come out, so they put them in like a pack or something so I can buy them, because they usually do that. So I've been waiting, they've been coming out. There should be 2 more DLCs coming out, and then hopefully it'll come out in a pack of 4, because all those new DLCs are connected. So, Xenoverse 2 will be coming back maybe next year if all the DLCs come out, or with another challenge thing. We'll see. But yeah, so Dragon Ball Xenoverse is not done yet. That will be coming back. And then the final game was Scarlet Nexus. That one I streamed, I think, like an episode or 2, and then I decided to turn it into a series on YouTube instead, and not stream it. And that was streamed on Thursdays, and that's when I stopped streaming on Thursdays. And the main reason I did that, I think I mentioned it, but I'm trying to get affiliate, and I need an average amount of viewers on the hours I stream within a month. So to cut back on hours would boost up the average. If that makes any sense. So that's why I cut streaming on Thursdays, and I only streamed Genshin and VR chat Tuesdays and Fridays. But I didn't want to cut out any more hours, because then that would go below the amount of average hours that I needed to stream, which is like 8 every month or something. Yada yada yada, a whole bunch of stuff. Anyway. So that's what we did this year. That's what we streamed, VR chat, Genshin, all that stuff. Next year, plan on streaming, continuing what we're doing right now. Nothing any different. Hopefully get an affiliate, and then from there, I will stream a lot more, do a lot more things, and do this full time. I guess more full time. That makes sense. And I guess a thing over on YouTube. We been posting the VODs and stuff over there, and other videos and stuff too, and I plan on keeping doing that and stuff, and hopefully having some more exclusive things over on YouTube that aren't just things I take from Twitch and just plop it over there. So you guys have more stuff to watch over there. And another big thing is we hit 200 followers. That's a big thing we did this year. So 200 followers, pretty great. Appreciate it. Thank you guys for following, watching, sticking around with all this nonsensical bullshit that I've been doing for the past however many years. It's great. Yeah, I don't know. 200 people is a lot of people. That's a lot of people. Yeah. So I appreciate you guys, and I'll do the call outs. Thanks to everyone. If you're still here, D, probably doubt it, but everyone that helped along the way, kept playing with me and doing stuff with me on streams, and sticking with it, especially on VR chat, because that's when I play, stream the most with you guys is on VR chat. So appreciate you guys. Appreciate you. You're present. Okay, see, you're present for this. There you go. This is your call out. This is also a call out to everyone else, not just UT, but everyone else that's been on the streams. Appreciate you guys. Appreciate your help and support. And I appreciate the viewers' help and support with all this stuff too. Watching me and all that. I would not be doing this without any of you guys. I mean, to be honest, there would be no point. There would be literally no point in me doing any of this if there weren't any of you watching.
This
yes,
is no time for distractions.
Yeah, what
Seriously,
Linnea said.
You have a great magician standing right here.
No time for
You don't wanna miss
distractions.
the best part, do you?
Exactly. But yeah, I was gonna grind stuff, but I don't know. I just decided to walk around instead. But yeah, so next year, hopefully bigger, better stuff, cooler things. Get affiliate, make this my full-time thing. Get paid to do this. That'd be nice. Yeah, I don't know. I don't really have anything like, especially me, especially you. Right. Anything, I guess, super major planned? I have lots of ideas and stuff that I could do, but no LinkedIn. I still don't have LinkedIn. This guy. But yeah, I guess I'll end it there. So thanks again to everyone watching this year and all that stuff. I appreciate it. Following all that stuff. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not good with this stuff. I don't have a Cash App. Fucking guy. Walmart. I think what you're looking for is, I spelt socials wrong. I'm gonna go commit seppuku. I typed it too fast. This guy. There it is. There's the socials. Socialsk. Yes. But yeah. Follow me over on TikTok and YouTube if you want. Over on YouTube I post other stuff if you want to follow me there. I post 2 videos. Scarlet Nexus playthrough and Near Replicant. Replicant is pretty much done. But if you want to catch up on all that, there's a playlist there, and it will be replaced by Near Automata, so you can watch that. That's every week, twice a week, Thursdays at 10 a.m. CST, and Fridays at 10 a.m. CST as well. If you want to catch those, you can check those out. If you miss any of the VODs, any of the Twitch live streams, the VODs are posted over on YouTube as well. There's a playlist of all of those. You can catch that over there too. But yeah, I think that's it. So, we'll be ending here. So again, thanks. Appreciate all of you. Happy New Year. Don't get too drunk tonight. Drink responsibly. And have fun. And I'll see you guys next year. The next stream will be Friday. So I'll see you guys then at 8 p.m. CST. Wrap it up. Fuck you. You know what? Just because you said that, I'm going to sit here for another 2 minutes and not wrap it up. I'm going to sit here and yammer on for another 2 minutes. Maybe another 2 hours. I'll just talk about nothing for the next 2 hours because you told me to wrap it up. I'm just going to sit here and talk about nothing. I'm going to even close Genshin. Genshin's going to be closed. It's just going to be me talking. And nothing's going to happen. This is the entertainment for the next 2 hours. I'm just going to be sitting here. Yeah, the weather outside, you know, it's pretty cold. It's what is it? It's 34 degrees and cloudy right now. Yeah, what's up with the weather? What's up with airline food? Am I right? It's supposed to snow later today. 60% chance at 12 p.m., which is in 15 minutes. So it's going to be snowing. But it's only supposed to snow for a few hours. So there's that. It's supposed to be very fucking cold the rest of the week. Wednesday next week, not tomorrow. Wednesday next week, 16 degrees, bro. Wednesday this week's 26. A low of 18. Holy fuck. Friday's supposed to get to a low of 8 degrees. Wednesday next week, a low of 4 degrees. Wow. Anyway, enough of the weather. I'll end it there. Thanks for watching. I'll see y'all next time.